my name is Fiona and welcome back to Crafted by Rose. In today's video we are going to have a whip and chat, so get out whatever it is that you're working on and work along with me. Today I am working on Make a Wish and Take a Bite by Mandie Manzano from a Diamond Art Club. So I thought today's whip and chat could be a little bit of a get to know me for all the new viewers that I've had recently. So here we go. And I thought I would do this in the form of tag questions. So question number 1. What is your full name? My full name is Fiona Madden. That's Madden, M-A-D-D-E-N. I got my first name Fiona, well, at least this is the story my mum told me, is that when she was pregnant with me, she used to have this favourite TV show she used to like, and one of the characters that she really liked, she found to be caring and kind and that's how she put it. She said she was so sweet, kind and caring, and I really liked the name, so that's how you got your name. So question number 2, do I love my name, or would I change it if I had the chance? My actual name, Fiona, I'm okay with. I'm not bothered one way or the other. I don't especially love it, but I don't hate it. I'm not bothered either way. The only reason I might change it, and it's like only a little bit of me would ever change it, is because certain people that I meet will shorten my name, and they either shorten it to Fee or Fizz, and I don't like either version of that. It just really irritates me personally. I don't like that shortening of it. So as long as they're just calling me Fiona, I like my name. It's just the fact that some people tend to shorten it. That would be the only reason I would shorten it. But to be fair, I've had this name all my life now, and if I haven't changed it at this point, I don't see myself changing it. Question number 2, no, not 2. Question number 3 is, when was the last time, excuse me, when was the last time I celebrated my birthday? The last time I celebrated my birthday would be just over 12 years ago, and that would have been my 21st birthday. That was the last time that I celebrated it, because it was kind of like the last big birthday that I had. So, because the normal big birthdays you think of are like your 16th, your 18th and your 21st. At least that's how we did it in our family. So my 21st was the last one I celebrated. As an adult, I've never been really big on celebrating my birthday, so I'm not too bothered if people don't make a big fuss. So yes, my 21st was the last one, and we all just went out for a nice meal and had drinks, and it was really just a nice time. Question number 4, what was my favourite thing to do when I was younger? So when I was younger, my favourite thing to do was to write stories. So I grew up as an only child, and I found it difficult to make friends, so I tended to spend a lot of time by myself. And the thing I used to do to entertain myself and that I enjoyed was to make up all kinds of different stories. So I used to write a lot, and now I don't tend to write stories now, but I do still love to read. So I think that's something that's stuck with me. Question number 5. What is the strangest thing I believed as a child? I would say the strangest thing I believed as a child was that the aliens from the film Mars Attack were real. I can remember when that first came out, and I kept seeing advertisements for it in the newspaper, and the advertisement, because it was like on the front page of the newspaper and I was a little kid, I thought there was reporting it as a real news piece, so I thought that meant aliens were real. And for quite some time after seeing that, my imagination kept making me see them outside my windows when it was dark. Yeah, so that's kind of the strangest thing I can remember from when I was a child that I believed in. So yeah, that's how my mind worked. If it was on the front of a newspaper, then it must be real. Yeah, that was my child mind for you. Question number 6. Am I left or right-handed? I am right-handed, like 80% of the world's population. I have tried writing with my left when I was younger, me and my friends used to try to see who could write the best with the left hand to make it legible. Don't know why we did it, but we did. And it was terrible. It kind of looked like I put a pen in between my toes and used my foot to write with. Yeah, it was bad. But no, I am right-handed. Question number 7. Did I have many friends when growing up? Unfortunately, no. I've always been very shy and quiet, and I've always found it difficult to make friends. So although I had a few friends, I didn't have many. So in the UK, we have 3 different schools that we go to. We have primary school. We go to that from the age of 4 till 9. And then from 9 till 14, we go to middle school. And then from 14 to 16, we went to high school. And then at 16, we had a choice. We could either leave school then and go straight into work, or we could stay on at school and do our A-levels, which would then allow us to go on to university. So the 3 different schools. In the first school, primary school, when I was in the ages 4 to 9, I had one friend throughout all of primary school. And the only reason we didn't continue as friends was I can remember her parents moving out of town because they was going to send their children to private school. Middle school, I had 2 friends. No, 3, I'd say 3 close friends. And again, one of those friends lived in the same part of town as me, so I saw them quite regularly. So that friendship carried on even after middle school because it was easy for us to go out and see each other and play together. And then that transitioned into high school. I had 2 friends in high school. One was one of the friends I had from middle school who lived close to me. And then I made a new friend on the first introduction day there. And then high school finished, and I still remain friends to the friend that I had that was living close to me, and we're still friends now. Although over time your lives do diverge. You grow up, you go to university, you go to college, you get new jobs in different parts of the country, you have children, you get married. So it doesn't always stay the same, but yes, we're still friends now. Was I ever bullied as a child? Yes, I was bullied all throughout my childhood. So from nursery, which is what in the US you refer to as kindergarten, through to primary school, middle school and upper school. I always seemed to be the one that was targeted. The main reason seemed to be when we were children, all the children seemed to put a large emphasis on having the designer clothes. So you had to have the right shoes, you had to have wear the right jacket, you had to have anything that was popular and designer. And in our family, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't buy the designer things or the most fashionable or most popular. And that just seemed to be the reason I stood out, and that's how I ended up getting bullied, and it just rolled on from there. So, question number 9. How many languages do you speak? I only speak 1. I only speak English. Really, I should also speak French, and the reason I say that for is because when I was at school, the only language that you was given the option to learn then was French, and you took language lessons from the time you started middle school at 9 until you finished high school at 16. So I did 7 years of French. So really I should also speak French, but it never stuck, mainly because I wasn't interested in learning French as a kid. The year they introduced language studies for us, that year you only had a choice of 1 language. Going into the second year, they started offering 2, but they didn't offer it to the year that had already gone by, so you had to stick with just French. So if I would have been able to learn Spanish, I think I'd actually have learned to speak that over the following 6 years, because I was actually interested in learning it, but unfortunately they only gave us the option for French and it just didn't stick. Okay, so next question. Question 10. What That's the one thing I can't leave the house without, other than my phone, keys or wallet. I'd say umbrella or a coat if it's that time of year. Otherwise, phone, keys and wallet is just enough for me. Question number 11. Am I a morning person or a night owl? I am a morning person. I wouldn't say I'm a night owl, mainly because I'm probably always in bed by 10 o'clock every night. So, definitely more of a morning person. So, question number 12. Do I have any phobias? Yes. I have a fear of wide open spaces, which may sound strange, but I've always had a fear of wide open spaces because I don't feel safe in them. I feel like someone's going to attack me or hurt me. Logically, I know that's probably not going to happen, but I can't change the way I feel. I feel safer in enclosed spaces. Also, not particularly good with heights, and I do have a fear of spiders and snakes, to the point that I come in cold sweats when I'm near snakes or spiders. So yeah. Do you have any phobias? If you do, let me know down in the comments. I'd be interested to know what phobias you have. Question number 13. Am I an extrovert or introvert? I am an introvert. I'm a very shy, quiet person. And I find it very difficult to socialise with people that I've never met before. I'm not good with strangers. And I don't tend to speak unless I have something too important to say. So that makes me even more quiet compared to other friends that I have. I've always wished I was more of an extrovert, more outgoing, and I find it easier to make friends. But it's unfortunately, never worked out that way. So very much an introvert. And at this point, I'm comfortable in my own company. I am very much a homebody, so I really don't leave the house that much unless it's absolutely necessary. Yeah. Question number 14. What exotic food would I be willing to try? I'd say anything unless it's weird animal parts like brains, tongue, that kind of thing. I wouldn't eat that, and I really wouldn't eat anything super spicy, but definitely not durian fruit. Yeah, that smells so bad, and just the smell of it makes me gag. I've never been able to actually eat it because I can't get past the smell. Question number 15. What is the one food I would refuse to eat? That is durian fruit. I would never eat that. It smells horrendous, like garbage, and yeah. Durian fruit. Wouldn't eat that. Question number 16. Do I have any allergies? No allergies that I know of. I've never took one of those chemical or food sensitivity tests, but at this point I would have thought at 33, almost 34, I would have thought if I had got an allergy I'd have discovered it by now. So I'm going to say no, I don't have any allergies. Number 17. Am I a collector of anything? If yes, how big is my collection? Well, most of us will probably answer yes to that. I am a collector because we have stashes of diamond paintings. Some are small, some are bigger. I wouldn't say mine's particularly large. It's around, I'd say, 20, 25 diamond paintings. The largest collection I have would more likely be my yarn. I have that much yarn I could probably open my own shop at this point. And I really do need to start cutting down on the yarn and going through it to see what I can get rid of, because I've got so much yarn I've never be able to use it in my lifetime. So yeah, need to sort that out. So do you have any collections of things? And if you do, let me know down in comments. I'd like to know what it is that you have collections of and how big your collections are. Moving on. Question number 18. Do I love playing any sports or just watching them? I'm not particularly good at playing them. I don't have the greatest hand-eye coordination. So I do like watching tennis, badminton, ice skating, skiing, snowboarding, and also archery, strangely enough. So I do prefer watching sports to playing sports. Question number 19. Do I love action movies or romantic ones? I'm not particularly, neither one are my favourite, but if I had to choose one or the other, I'd say romantic ones. My go-to film genre is thrillers, and also equally I also love sci-fi fantasy films. Question number 20. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would I live? So there's a couple of places that I would like to live, and one is Alaska, and the other one is Toronto, mainly because I prefer countries with colder weather. I really don't do well in the summer months in hot weather. I feel uncomfortable and miserable, but I love cold weather, which probably makes me sound odd because everyone looks forward to the summer months, but I don't because I've always fallen ill in the summer months. So any country that tends to have colder weather, and it is also English speaking, so that's the reason I've either picked Alaska, which is the US, and then Canada, colder than where I am. And I just love snow sports, so skiing, snowboarding, that kind of thing, and I love to be able to do that on a regular basis, and those kind of countries in those particular places would allow me to do that. Question number 21. What do I prefer, the beach or mountains? I prefer the mountains. I like going on walks or hikes through forests and woodlands. I like to be able to explore those kind of areas. So it would be the mountains. Beaches are beautiful, but again, I also always associate that with hot weather, and I'm never particularly comfortable in hot weather. So for me, it would definitely be the mountains. Question number 22. What is one item on my bucket list that I would like to fulfill before the end of the year? I would like to learn how to play the piano. I keep seeing the advertisement for, is it Simply Piano or Piano Simply? It's an ad that's on YouTube. It plays for different videos I watch, and I've always wanted to learn to play the piano, and every time I see that app I keep thinking I'm going to get a keyboard and I'm going to learn. So that is something I would actually like to do by the end of the year. Whether I do or not remains to be seen. Question number 23. How many days could I last in solitary confinement? I have questions. If solitary confinement meant I was in a room on my own but had access to books, radio or television, something that would allow me to occupy my mind, I could probably do months of solitary confinement. But if I didn't have access to any books, TV or radio, anything to occupy my mind, then I'd probably start climbing the walls after about 2 days. Would you survive in solitary confinement? Let me know down below. I'd like to hear how you'd fare in solitary confinement. I know I'm odd. Question number 24. Can I describe myself in just 3 words? Kind, considerate, and empathetic. Question number 25. And question number 25 is a fun one to end on. It is, if you could be any animal for the day, what would it be? I would be a sloth, because every time I see them, they always look happy and welcoming and always sleepy and cute and chill. So I would be a sloth for a day. So that is the end of the Get to Know Me tag questions. I hope that's allowed you to get to know me a little bit better. Please do put your comments down below to the questions that I've asked. I really would like to get to know you all a little bit better, and hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, then please give this video a like. If you would like to see more content like this, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. And if you are already subscribed, thank you for subscribing. But please do make sure you have your notifications bell turned on. That way you will get a notification of when I upload another video. With that said, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!